to fly. I mean, if you can't get up to run in a race like this, I mean, you got 10 O's, 9 9s, 10 O's. All these. This is the best field of the year. This is the first and last time you'll see a field assembled like this. You got Carl Lewis, you got Ben Johnson, you got Harvey Glance, who is at 29 years old is still running great, 10 O's. You got McRae, who is a great starter. The key to this race is if Carl Lewis can get within striking distance, 2 or 3 yards of Ben Johnson within the first 20 to 30 yards, it's going to be a Carl Lewis walkaway. But if not, if Ben Johnson gets away from Carl Lewis, we might see the same thing we saw earlier at the Bruce Jenner track class, in which Ben Johnson ran 10.00 to beat Carl. Carl ran 10.17. So my picks would be Carl Lewis first, because Carl is like a living legend also. Ben Johnson a close second, McRae third, Harvey Glance fourth, and Bridgen will be close with Harvey for fourth.
You saw Carl Lewis going over and congratulating or wishing good luck to the other American team members. Lee McRae is in lane number 1. We talked about the lanes to watch. They're right in the middle. Lanes 4, 5, and 6. Ben Johnson in lane number 4. Harvey Glance in lane number 5. And I'll tell you, for his age and as long as he's been around, you talk about Carl Lewis and Ben Johnson, he's no slouch either.
What you have to watch for is Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis racing against each other, and McRae and Boskin can race their own race outside. Both of those guys are very capable of running a good race. 10:20 is the official time to beat, so they have to run better 10:20, which I don't think you should have any problem here.
You know, one of the things that everybody concentrates sometimes on the middle lanes, and we talk about Johnson being there, Glance and Lewis. You know, there's a guy in lane number 1 named Lee McRae from the United States. While these guys in the middle of battling each other, he might be just sneaking past everybody.
Well, that's true, but I don't think Carl Lewis and Ben Johnson are too experienced running. I don't think they will let that happen. Carl will definitely know where everyone in the field. He knows everyone, and he will be able to see everyone in the field. No one will be a sneak in this race. They're going to have to run to win. I would love to be down there, Charlie, right now.
I know you would. Lane number 3 is Michael Morris. Lane number 4 is Ben Johnson. And we have a little premature movement.
What's happening, Charlie, is that all the runners don't understand the commandments, because McRae got down when the command was runners to your set. Of course, it's a different language than they're used to in the United States. So what they have to do in an international competition like this is watch the runner from the country, and he will tell you what to do at that time, because they will get down the blocks and they will get up. So McRae will learn something here, of course.
Well, do you think they're a bit tense?
Yes. Understatement of the year. I mean, the butterflies have to be flying around their stomachs and heads and everywhere else. I mean, it's a fantastic. I have butterflies sitting here, Charlie.
From Canada, Ben Johnson, lane number 4, he has on the blue top. Lane numbers 5 and 6, the Americans. Yeah. Harvey Glance in lane number 5. Carl Lewis in lane number 6. Lane number 1, Lee McRae.
There you see the starter was telling them to move the hand back off the line. It's a line. They have to have the hand behind the line. Here they go. Oh, Ben Johnson jumped.
Ben Johnson, and you know, 2 false starts, you're disqualified.
That's right. See, I said earlier, Ben knows he has to get out. Ben does not have the leg power or the strength that Carl Lewis has. Carl is probably one of the greatest finishers of all time. Ben Johnson has to get out for him to win this race. If Carl's within 2 to 3 yards, he will catch him.
He may be a little timid right now after those...
he has to be.
Yeah.
If he gets another jump, he's out of the race totally.
So that could hurt him, the fact that he has had the false start, because he, instead of getting out quickly like he would normally have to do to beat a Carl Lewis, he may be hanging in there just a second too long.
That might be a possibility, but I don't think it's going to work. Ben's still going to get out. Ben is going to get out. He's experienced enough to just listen for that gun.
Well, we've added and subtracted and done all the multiplications that we could on this race. Now it's up to the athletes themselves.
Now it's time to run.
And they're off. Ben Johnson, Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis
Ben is way out.
And Ben Johnson really has, and look at McRae is in second. And it's Ben Johnson, and he's going to walk. And he may have been beaten by Imo from Nigeria. It looked like it was Ben Johnson first, Imo from Nigeria second, and Carl Lewis third. Unofficially.
Well, 10:00 unofficially. I believe that's under 10 seconds, Charlie.
10 flat is the unofficial time, but Carl had his problems getting out the block.
It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing that happened at the Bruce Jenner meet earlier that was broadcast here. Ben Johnson got out tremendously. He got out so far that Carl couldn't catch it. Carl came back at the end, but he just couldn't catch him because Ben was gone so far. He was out of his range. And I said earlier, Ben was so experienced that he had that first jump, but of course he could get back.
And I talked about the young man from Nigeria, Emo. Emo beat Carl right before the finish line, and we said that his kids are relatively unknown for his ranking that he had last year, third in the world. Well, he's letting himself be known right now, isn't he?
I mean, that was a fantastic run by Emo also. I mean, I'm not sure who won. I have to see the replay between second, he or Carl, but he was really leaning.
Let's look at it once again.
Here's the replay. Notice lane number 4, Ben Johnson's out. His 40 yards is as quick as anyone. Rick Ray, you can tell in lane 1 is out with Ben Johnson because of that tremendous indoor 60 time. Carl is 3 meters behind now. He doesn't have enough room to catch up. If he was within 1 or 2 meters of Ben, he could catch him, but right now he can't. And he's losing the race now, and Emo on the outside is sneaking up because Carl is looking at Ben Johnson right now.
And I'll tell you, it's real close for third place between McRae and Lewis right now.
And Emo. Watch the lean at the tape. Of course, Ben has the race run now for sure. Emo is running. He's struggling to lean at the tape. Carl is trying to lean.
It's going to be close.
I don't know. It's real close.
And as I said,
think Emo got it.
That was unofficial, but you saw Emo, the young man from Nigeria.
Right.
9:99 is the unofficial time. Emo in second place, that's unofficial.
Right.
Lewis in third, again, that's unofficial. But the first place finisher, we know it was Ben Johnson.
Right, it was.
And we have Dr. Leroy Walker down on the field right now with Carl Lewis.
Carl, there seemed to have been a lot of tension at the starting line, almost as if they were the finals of the Olympic Games. How did it affect you in this race?
Well, it affected everybody a little bit. You know, when you have false starts, it makes it difficult to get off. But it affects everybody the same way, so everyone has to deal with it.
Well, when you and I talked the other day, you mentioned that passing up the long jump probably was going to put you in better position for this 100. How do you think the layoff might have affected you in the amount of workouts you've had?
Well, I think it was good for me. It's a long trip for me, and I felt a little sluggish today. But, you know, the main thing now is to get back and let's do well in that relay and keep going from here in the 100.
Well, in terms of the 4x4 and the 4x1, you've got McRae, Hurd, Harvey, and yourself. What possibilities do you think there exist for good time if you get a good handoff?
Well, I think if we have good handoffs, this is an excellent place to run. They have big sweeping turns, and the guys are real excited about running. So, you know, I think we can run under 38 if we get things together on the handoffs.
Okay, Carl, best of luck. Get ready for it.
Thank you.
So it's Ben Johnson of Canada winning the men's 100-meter. You see him coming to the wire right now. Unofficial second place, Emo of Nigeria. Carl Lewis, who you just heard talking to Dr. Leroy Walker, finished third. And we'll be back with the official time as we see Ben Johnson winning the men's 100 meters at the Goodwill Games. And we'll be back with more in just a moment.
Great day in track and field. Hope you saw earlier Edwin Moses winning the men's 400-meter hurdles. And now Carl Lewis upset, well, maybe not an upset, losing the 100-meter to Ben Johnson the last 2 times out in head-to-head competition, the Bruce Jenner Classic. And now here, Carl Lewis has lost to Ben Johnson of Canada. He wins the 100-meter in 9. Now they're saying the official time is 9.95. So the official results are in now. It is Johnson 9.95, Emo of Nigeria 10.04, and for Carl Lewis a slow time 10.06, and that's an incredible finish. Johnson, Emo, and Lewis. Now Carl Lewis came here, decided to skip